Hi everybody, today's date's April 16th, 2023, and this morning I am back on my way up to Lafayette, Indiana again. Not for an Axl Rose video this time, but today I'm going to go to Lafayette to pay tribute to a very special and very criminally underrated singer and famous face from the state of Indiana, Shannon Hoon from the band Blind Melon. Growing up in my household, I remember Blind Melon being played heavily from my family, especially when I was a teenager. And this morning I wanted to go up there and do a special video, and just like the Axl Rose video, I wanted to go up there and show you sites throughout Lafayette that are significant or have any kind of meaning to the upbringing of Shannon Hoon that people on YouTube haven't shown you before. So ultimately, that's my goal for today, and I am grateful you guys are tagging along. So come along with me for this special journey.
Shannon Hoon was born Richard Shannon Hoon on September 26, 1967, in Lafayette, Indiana. He was the third and youngest child of Richard Dick Hoon Sr. and his wife Nell. The couple would divorce when Shannon was 17. Dick worked as a bricklayer while Nell's profession was the manager of a local bar. She eventually became an employee of an antique shop afterwards. He had an older brother named Tim who passed away in 2009 and an older sister Anna. In the Blind Melon episode of VH1's Behind the Music, Anna spoke fondly of her younger brother and of his extensive list of talents, although she mentioned his rowdiness, hyperactivity, and his moments where he could be a brat. As a kid, Shannon excelled in karate, football, and wrestling. Mother Nell once said how Shannon was so gifted athletically, he never came home from a tournament or a sports game without a trophy. In addition, she mentioned she was guilty of spoiling Shannon the most out of her 3 children, and how it came with its results of blessings and consequences for Shannon's later life.
So this is McCutcheon High School on the west side of the city of Lafayette, and this is where Shannon Hoon attended high school from 1981 until his graduation in 1985. And from my research and what I've been able to look up, he was a pretty decent student academic-wise, and just he excelled with sports, and he was a really likable and well appreciated student just from faculty and staff. And this is the place where he would meet the love of his life and the mother of his future child too.
In 1985, Shannon graduated from McCutcheon High School. During his time there, from freshman to senior year, he was fondly remembered for being exceptionally popular among students. While there, he met the girl who would become the love of his life. Her name was Lisa Krause, and the two would welcome their daughter, Nico Blue Hoon, on July 11, 1995. The band's third and the final album to feature Shannon on lead vocals was named Nico to honor the young child. Though always doting and super loyal to her significant other, Lisa struggled and put up with a lot when it came to Shannon's outbursts, fights, and moments of excess. She and Nico currently reside in Lafayette. Lisa has also remarried and has more children since Shannon's sudden passing.
Here in the parking lot of the high school, I have no idea if students took part in doing all of this or whether it was faculty or hired artists throughout the city of Lafayette, but there's just amazing artwork here in the parking lot. I just felt I had to show it. It's just outstanding and just so much fun to look at. Something that's especially cool and fitting is this Rolling Stones tongue here that I like, and it brings back to mind that in 1994, not long after they did their famous gig at Woodstock 94, Blind Melon opened up for the Rolling Stones throughout the Deep South and throughout the Midwest on a few tour dates as the opening act, and I heard went over well, and at that time they were just trying to steer clear of the image of No Rain, and they just wanted to play all sorts of songs that they were proud of that maybe were underappreciated by the mainstream American audience. This is the football field here at McCutcheon High, and while attending school here, Shannon was a part of the football team through, I believe, all 4 years of his high school years, and he also did pole vaulting in the springtime, which also took place on this field as well.
Once he graduated high school, Hoon worked from job to job, mostly in the construction business though. Around the same time, an old high school acquaintance of his, reached out to Shannon with the opportunity of fronting a potential band he was looking to form. Eventually, things would fall into place, and Shannon's first band, Stiff Kitten, was formed. Locals throughout Tippecanoe County flocked to their shows, and they garnered the reputation of a very beloved hard rock band. Soon after, Stiff Kitten would dissolve after Shannon grew frustrated with the lack of interest the other band members had. Soon enough, bigger dreams came calling, and he boarded a Greyhound bus bound for Los Angeles for better potential.
On October 24th, 1995, funeral services and visitation services were held here for Shannon Hoon, so the city of Lafayette and the people who loved him so much could say goodbye to him. It was heavily guarded by state police and local police, and so many famous faces and so many local faces together, and people in the music industry all in all came here to say goodbye one last time to Shannon. I am on the corner of Kossuth Street in the city of Lafayette, and I don't want to spend too much time here. This is a 2-minute drive from downtown Lafayette or so, but this is the house that Shannon lived the last few years of his life in. He bought this house for him, his girlfriend, and his baby. This is the house that he owned up until his death in 1995. Recently, I heard through the rumor mill online that this house, I believe, is still owned by the Hoon family, and Shannon's mother, Nell, wanted to transform it into an Airbnb recently. I don't want to spend too much time here due to the fact I am unaware if someone lives here or not, but I will get a little closer just to get a better view of the house in the front for you. It is definitely a beautiful home. Here's a little front view of the house just to get a better look. So this is the Dayton Cemetery here in Dayton, Indiana, about 15 minutes south of downtown Lafayette. Dayton's barely a town. It only has a few hundred people, but I'm here in this cemetery because this is the final resting place of Shannon Hoon, and he's right here in front of me. To my left right here is his dad, Dick Hoon's grave, and he passed away in 2021, almost 2 years ago. And to my right, next to Shannon, is his brother Tim, who I mentioned, who passed away in 2009, and he was the oldest of Shannon's siblings. It's almost been 2 years since the passing of Shannon's father, Dick Hoon Sr., and I've been here in the past, and it's always just surprised me after how much time has passed since then. He still just has this simple little plaque. He doesn't have a tombstone like his other two sons. It's just always made me curious. So right next to the Hoon family is a woman by the name of Vernie Long, who lived to be 98, and she was Shannon's maternal grandmother, his mother Nell's mom. If the name Vernie rings a bell to any Blind Melon fans, there was a song off the album Soup that Blind Melon did. There was a song called Vernie, and it was Shannon's ode or tribute to his grandmother, and it's definitely a personal favorite of mine. So this was the first time I've ever noticed her resting here. Fans of Blind Melon and fans of Shannon, even just fans of alternative rock, often come here to pay their tributes and say hello to Shannon. And as you can see, right above his grave at the very top, people bring all sorts of things. People will bring stuff ranging from stones to flowers to artwork, even, weirdly enough, little bottles of alcohol. And it makes me happy people still come, and it just shows that Shannon has still never been forgotten. So thank you for watching today's video. It really means a lot to me, and a big thank you especially to the new subscribers. You guys are awesome. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content to come soon. Until next time.